Today I'm doing a sunscreen review, a mineral sunscreen review, and I tend to reach for mineral sunscreens on a daily basis. And I know what you're thinking, zinc oxide, titanium dioxide are technically chemicals. With respect to chemical sunscreens, especially US sunscreens, the chemical filters are very highly irritating to not only my skin, but also to my eyes. My eyes are sensitive to light, air, oxygen, and chemical filters. Not so much the Korean and the European filters. I tend to tolerate those a lot better. But things like avobenzone, octocrylene, octosalate, homosalate, those are really highly irritating. And I'm like, if I wear that on my face throughout the day, I'm crying, literally tears for hours, and my eyes are super red, and it's not a good mix. So I tend to do the mineral sunscreens on a daily basis, and I think that also chemicals, you have some studies suggesting that those chemicals are absorbed in the bloodstream. Whether or not that is harmful, I don't think dermatologists or people in the medical field believe that it is over time. But I tend to have a good mix of the Korean chemical filters and the mineral filters. But today I am excited because I got in my shipment the Colorescience Total Protection No-Show Mineral Sunscreen SPF 50. It contains 10% zinc oxide, and I really was sort of taken in by this marketing because I have tried, a lot of people love Colorescience, and I've seen so many videos, so many reviews, people just claiming that they love the Colorescience. But if you remember back to my previous video on the 3-in-1 Under Eye by Colorescience, it just did not work for me. And I tried to use as little as I could to make it work, and it just didn't work for me. The other Coloresciences, like the Flex and the tinted mineral sunscreens, are fantastic, but it always makes me look like I'm using foundation, like I'm using makeup, and that's not the look that I'm going for. I'm really going for sort of a nude look, but something that will also help to get my skin glowing and camouflage any like redness, because I have like mild rosacea. I don't know if you can see in this lighting, but I do have mild rosacea that I try to camouflage a little bit, but I don't always like to use tinted mineral sunscreen just because that it does look like makeup. And that's just really, again, not the look that I'm going for. It does provide the iron oxides though, that helps to protect against blue light, which I really, really like. But with the Colorescience No-Show Mineral Sunscreen, there is no tint, there is no iron oxides, but it has been tested, or at least on their website, it has been shown to protect against 38.2% of blue light, high energy visible light. Because blue light actually does induce free radical production and generation in the skin and may contribute to the aging process of the skin. So having a sunscreen that protects against the blue light and the high energy visible light is ideal in my book. So I'm going to actually put this on so you can see what it looks like on my skin, but just to do a complete but very concise review of all of the ingredients. So it has, again, 10% zinc oxide. It also has butyllactyl salicylate, which is a conditioning agent. It can solubilize UV filters, and it's also been shown to sort of boost SPF. It's similar to octosalate, which is a UV filter in terms of its UV protection. I know there's a lot of people online who are somewhat critical of the Coloresciences in terms of their marketing, that they use 10% zinc oxide and this UV booster, because it's kind of like not thrown out there in the, on the case, on the marketing materials. So, some people think it's sneaky. I don't really necessarily know what the whole debate is. I guess maybe because this sort of like quote unquote filter, which I don't think it's technically a filter, it hasn't really gone through the same regulatory processes as zinc oxide and the other filters. But anyway, it has that. It also has other skin conditioning agents like allantoin, which is soothing for irritation. Another ingredient that it has is bisabolol. Am I saying that right? Bisabolol. LOL. This is a major component of German chamomile. It's a skin conditioning soothing agent. It has some antioxidants as well as some potential anti-aging benefits. And other like plant extracts like mushroom extract, fruit pod extract, sunflower sprout extract. Sunflower sprout extract has been shown on human skin to prevent UVB-induced photo damage. I really do like antioxidant botanical extracts in my sunscreens just to provide an extra boost of protection. You have the filters, you have the zinc oxide, you have whatever other filters you have in your sunscreen. But to have extra botanical extracts, it might be, beneficial. And, I like to have that extra added protection. Definitely get my antioxidants through my diet, but topical antioxidants are also ideal, at least in my opinion. And the mushroom extract that it has in here has also been shown, there's a study, I'll link the studies down below, but it's also been shown to help to reduce hydrogen peroxide in the skin. So hydrogen peroxide is a highly volatile free radical. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the sunscreen. So with the Colorescience's sunscreens, I haven't reviewed all of them, but they are very, very moisturizing, very liquidy. They're pretty much serums. And I think you're supposed to kind of shake it up before you get it out. I forgot my 1/4 teaspoon measuring, so I'm just going to have to do this. But I want you to see how liquidy this is. You see how, oh, there you go. It's very, very serum-y. And you can see it's already dripping down like so. Oh my gosh, I don't want to get it on this carpet. I'm just going to go ahead and add just a little bit here and there so you can see how it, first of all, goes on. And then, I should have brought my mirror so I could see myself better. And then I'll go ahead and rub it in so you can see how it dries down and looks on my skin. I'm doing this through the viewfinder right now, so pardon me, I'm not probably doing a very good job, but I will definitely rub it in as fast as I can. And you can see that it's already dripping on my skin because it's again, it's a serum basically. I don't think it's labeled as a serum or marketed as such, but in my opinion, that's what it is. So I think I put on a sufficient amount. Okay, so you can see that it goes on a little bit casty. One thing about this sunscreen I have to mention, I've worn it a few times already. It invariably gets into my left eye and smudges my left contact. It's never my right contact. I'm kind of confused about that. So and it gives me a headache. I don't know why. So I have to take my contact out really quickly and exchange it for another pair. I don't know, maybe because it's so serum-y, and maybe if I go outside or something in the summer heat and humidity, it sort of melts into my eye. So I've been very careful about not putting it on my eyelids. And just whenever I go out in the sun, I will put on my UV protective sunglasses. Well, I do that anyway, regardless, but I don't put it on my eyelids anymore, but I do try to get it underneath my eyes. Okay, I think that is good. So you can see, I don't know, I'm pretty pale as it is, but you can see that it is fairly no show. I have gone out in public wearing just this, like a 1/4 teaspoon on my face and a 1/4 teaspoon on my neck, without applying a coat of tinted sunscreen on top, just because I feel comfortable enough that it's not super, super casty. I haven't done my neck, so can you see any sort of contrast between my face and my neck? I haven't done that, so you can kind of judge, if you will. Maybe I can throw up a before and after picture of my skin before I put on the sunscreen. But like I said, it does really melt in, and when it dries down, like in the next 5 to 10 minutes, it looks pretty good. I think that it does give me some sort of, it gives me a slight pale tinge that doesn't look completely healthy. So that's my only sort of qualm with it, but I don't really have a lot of qualms with it. I think this is probably one of my favorite mineral sunscreens that I've used so far, or at least my favorite mineral serum SPFs that I've used thus far in my anti-aging sunscreen journey, just because it doesn't leave that significant white cast. That's the only thing about mineral sunscreens, is that they tend to leave a white cast, and especially if you have deeper, darker skin tones. But even people like me who is pale, there's still a white cast when you apply the correct amount of sunscreen, you're going to get a white cast no matter what with mineral sunscreens. There's really no way around it, in my opinion, based upon what I've experienced. Even with the Colorescience No Show sunscreen, there's still a slight tinge, I don't know if you can see, but definitely a slight tinge of whiteness, and it doesn't look completely healthy or natural. And that being said, I do think it comes very, very close, and I will definitely repurchase this. Definitely not only because of the sort of no-show of the mineral, but also the antioxidant benefit and the blue light benefit. I will definitely repurchase this, much more so than the other Coloresciences like the Flex and just the normal tinted mineral sunscreen, just because those tend to be, again, it looks like I'm wearing foundation and makeup, which is not the look that I'm going for. And, you know, if you like that and you want to do just sort of like a makeup-free look that looks like makeup that, you know, elevates your style and your aesthetic, by all means, the Coloresciences is fantastic for that. It's like sort of a makeup foundation replacement, in my opinion. That's what I don't wear makeup, so I'm not an expert, but that's sort of what I've noticed. That being said, you know, again, I will repurchase this over the other Colorescience products. And just so you know, I sometimes do put a small coat or a thin coat of a tinted mineral sunscreen on top of this, just to give it a little bit extra, better matching with my skin tone. But as you can tell, I think it looks good. It's very, very moisturizing, which I need because I am using tretinoin. That is my review. I hope you enjoyed it. If you've tried this, leave me a comment down below and let me know what are your thoughts on the Coloresciences No Show Mineral Sunscreen. I like it. I think, you know, again, I will definitely repurchase, but, you know, let me know down below. If you like these types of videos, leave a like button down below. Let me know that you like these types of videos. I will do more. I have so many more sunscreens, physical sunscreens, chemical sunscreens, Korean, Japanese, that I would love to review on here and talk more about. And if you like these types of videos, definitely hit that subscribe button down as well. I'd love to have you here for future videos. And in the meantime, if we have a good one, I will see you in the next one. Bye.